Calling all the messengers, calling all the messengers, calling all the messengers. Can you hear it?
We've been given a call, been forgiven, risen, we living to give them our all. Rise up from your past that's holding you down. This moment is all that matters, the future is now. How will the people know if we don't tell them? If we fail them, they stumbling in the dark, but the light is what we carry, yeah. Don't have to wonder your purpose or what you here for. Reflect his image and show the world what he cares for. And I know it's alright, right, you know it's your lie, and we know the time's running out. Can't wait around, cause
calling all the messengers, calling all the messengers, calling all the messengers.
I've been a lot of places where the scene ain't pretty. I've seen plenty of hatred, death, and destruction, where ignorance kills many. The blind leading the blind, we turning a blind eye. That alone is a crime, we got the power of life. I know that we make mistakes, don't let them keep you away. Mercy, love, and his grace is the reason we move ahead. Speak out, though we never been qualified to do it. I ain't earned it, I was loved into it, I'm brand new, yeah. And I know it's alright, right, you know it's your lie, and we know the time's running out. Can't wait around, cause
Calling all the messengers, calling all the messengers, calling all the messengers. Calling all the messengers, calling all the messengers, calling all the messengers, calling all the messengers, calling all the messengers.
Hello, children. I especially love all of the stories in God's book of stories, the Bible, that tell me about incredible things God has done. But children, here's something important that you may not know. God still wants to do incredible things in our lives. Some years back, I was in Cameroon, and we were way out in the middle of nowhere. I honestly don't even know the name of the place we were. And we were invited to see a chief. We were invited into his palace. Okay, kids, it was a dirt floor and it was made out of bamboo, but please keep in mind it was rural Africa. And when we got there, I saw this man sitting on a bamboo throne. He was wearing one of the funniest hats I had ever seen. I thought, that does not look like what I picture a king to wear. The chief asked my friend Sam and I the most incredible thing. He wanted us to tell him about Jesus. Now, children, I get asked that a lot, but not generally from a man who has been known to want nothing to do with God. This man worshiped with evil spirits. he was not a really nice guy. And so as he sat there in front of me, I looked at him and I thought, wow, you don't look like anyone I've ever seen before. He didn't have a shirt on. He had lots and lots of beads, too many strings of beads to count, around his neck, a bright colored piece of fabric wrapped around his waist. And he was waiting. And so Sam and I, we did our best to tell him who Jesus is and how Jesus could bring hope. But I wondered, why would he ask such a question? So my friend who was there with us asked him in his own language, why did you ask this? And the chief said the most incredible thing. He said, I had a dream last night. And in my dream, God spoke to me. And God said, people are coming tomorrow from far away, and you should listen to them. And of course, we were from far away. We were from 3 different continents and 4 different countries. So we were about as far away as you could get. And after we talked with the chief, he had really listened, and he invited us to do a puppet show. And he invited all of the children in the area. More than 90, 100 kids, somewhere around there, came to know Jesus, put their trust in him. And then he wanted to thank us. So he gave us a stalk of bananas. It's hard to know what to do with that many bananas. And he gave us a live goat. Now, children, we were in a tiny little car. We had equipment stacked on the top of the car. We had to sit down in the car and have equipment packed up to our noses. Like, where are we going to put a goat? But don't worry, we tied him to the top of the roof, along with the bananas. And everything was going along fine until we hit this bump. And then, the goat slid down the side of the car. Don't worry, we rescued the goat. The goat was fine. So we got the goat back up, and we went on to see the second chief. He got very excited about Jesus. So many children came to know him. And he was also wearing this kind of hat. And he wanted to be a blessing to us. So, oh dear, he gave us 50 pounds of potatoes. That is really a lot of potatoes. And 2 live chickens in individual carrying baskets, as you see before you. We had to wash this out a lot. Anyway, we tied it all on top of the car, and then the goat seemed happier because he had company. And we went on to see the third chief. Praise God, children, that chief wasn't home. So we didn't get any more chickens or any more goats or any more things like that. I was beginning to feel like Noah's Ark. Now, everyone always wants to know, what did we do with all that stuff? Well, as best we could. We ate a few bananas, a few potatoes, and then we shared with a lot of people. And then there was the chickens. Well, we cooked those. But the goat, what do you do with the goat? Well, it turned out it was a female goat, and it was given to us to increase our wealth. So we were supposed to become goat farmers. So I gave it to a Christian brother there, and I guess technically I'm a goat farmer in Cameroon. But anyway, children, God still wants to do amazing things. He is doing amazing things, and he will do amazing things in your life. Thank you, children.